Yo, what is the deal with the purple streak that old people have in their hair?
Ted Jones messed with the wrong melon farmers.
Ted Jones, I also call him the eighth wonder of the real estate world.
Ted Jones, who knows? You know, it could be
Ted Jones?
The Ted Jones World Podcast.
Hello and welcome to episode 13 of the Ted Jones World Podcast. I am your host, Ted Jones, and to the 45-degree angle of me, we have Pat Charmel, my lovely sidekick. Pat, how are you doing, bro?
What's up, world? What's up, Ted Jones World?
You look good,
Episode
man.
13.
You look
Thank
good.
you. So do you. I like the striped shirt. Doesn't really play well on camera usually.
Oh.
Striped shirts is usually a no-no in the film industry.
Oh,
but
well, we don't have a green screen, so hopefully
true.
it'll be okay for
That's
everyone's eyes at home. What's up, guys? Hope you had a terrific week. It was my birthday last week.
Happy birthday, Jones.
Pat, you were
33.
You were
at
at 28. You were at my birthday, Pat. It was lovely.
It was a bash. We had a lot of vegan food.
it was a vegan burger spot.
My
believe
first
it or
ever
not.
Beyond Meat. You've been raving about it.
Oh my God, believe it or not, we have not even. I didn't even ask him what he thought of it, and he was at the table. He was eating it literally directly across from me. Or bro, you actually might have been sitting at a 45-degree angle at that time as well. Pat, so what did you think of this Beyond Meat burger that you had? But you didn't have it wasn't beef. Beyond Meat it was.
I don't know. It was like I didn't love it, but it's fine. Like it was like a little slimy.
Okay.
I felt, and just like the tempeh bacon, it's like, come on.
Well,
my thing is like, if you're not gonna eat meat, don't eat fake meat. You know,
that's
like,
true.
Don't make vegetables out to be meat if it's not meat.
Are we starting off? We're starting off this episode early with the don't do that. No, but you know what? I honestly feel
I get it, but
if you're replacing a full Angus beef bloody burger with a Beyond Meat or an Impossible meat burger, I think that's the situation that you want to
I
switch it
understand
out
why
for.
people do it, but like my thing is like, just eat meat. If you clearly want to eat meat,
Yeah.
If you want something that tastes and look like meat,
Eat the meat.
Yeah, but I get it. I mean, it's ethical and all that stuff.
Yeah,
I get
yeah.
why people do it.
Yeah.
But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, you
I
know
get
what?
It, though. I don't judge at all.
And I think that, I had said this in an episode or two ago that I think meat is actually going to go extinct. And that's not
extinct.
That's not. I don't think that's that crazy of a thought. Just and seeing like how much saddle and freaking all these animals.
Cattle.
What did I say? Saddle. All these saddles.
That's what you put on cattle.
Yeah.
As a saddle.
Well, I don't know, dude. I'm not a farmer, bro. But all these cattle that are taking insane amounts of water, it's too much, bro. So, it's better to put a few beans together in a patty and then just call that a burger. I'll stick with that any day.
Yeah, sure.
And also, like I'm eating these things now a couple days a week. I can never in my life eat a burger a couple days a week. I might die.
You're eating Beyond
Take
Meat a couple
full
times a week,
nap.
is what you're saying.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Whether I'm having like a Beyond Meat little rice bowl or I'm having a burger
Or is
just
it like,
in general.
How is it on your tummy?
Yeah.
Because I feel like no one's ever eaten like a chickpea and be like, this agrees with me.
Yeah, well, I think that when I have the burgers now, I'm used to it. Like I don't think I could go back to regular burgers, but I'm also like I'll have like Indian food, which kind of is like the chickpea flavor
I love
situation,
Indian
like naan.
Yeah.
That's the bread.
Well,
that's what it's
bread,
called.
yeah.
Yeah. But just a lot of veggie stuff, man.
No, I hear you.
So,
well, good for you.
It's exciting, bro.
You
It's a new wave.
You set out to do something and you're doing it.
I did.
I commend.
So, Pat, I am a little bit sleepy right now.
Yeah, I woke you up.
I got home from the office, took a quick little power nap, but Pat, I woke up to the buzzer, just and I was like, "Who is it?" Pat's like, "Who the fuck do you think it is, dude?" I was like, "Oh, my bad." Just took a quick power nap. Woke up, did not know where the shit I was.
Yeah. I've been taking a lot of
hate
naps,
that.
like the quick 3 o'clock nap.
Yeah.
4 o'clock. I work from home. For people who don't know, I'm not sleeping at work, but but I have the craziest dreams when I do those
dude.
like little half-hour
It's
naps.
so weird.
It's wild.
And then I'll wake up and I'll think it's the middle of the night.
You'll have like 10 dreams
all the
in
time.
a half hour.
Yeah. What's up with that? Like, why
Well,
are we not supposed to nap?
Well, I know that when you your dreams are like most lucid and wild, like that period when you wake up at 5 a.m. and you're like, okay, I got another 30 hours. That's when like you're not deep into sleep. but you're in like this half sleep.
Was that what's the REM cycle?
Yeah,
I
REM
was-
cycle. So you're not
that's when
in-
you're having like
so-
an actual dream.
Yeah, when you take like a half-hour nap or an hour nap, you're not like deep into REM sleep, I guess. So,
Right.
like, you have these crazy dreams. I don't know.
It's well, maybe it's just because like you don't fall deeply into the
Right,
sleep that
right.
like you're kind of just on the surface the
Yeah.
whole time and you're
Yeah.
like messing with kind of sleep. Pat, you know it's actually very exciting
What?
about the Ted Jones World podcast. We do have some listeners, pal.
Do we?
Yeah, man.
Yes! We got our
some-
first listener.
Got some
Let's go.
feedback. No, we're joking. Of course, we have listeners, but got some positive feedback. I think people are just liking our back and forth, bang bang shebang.
We have some loyal listeners. For
Yeah,
sure.
we definitely
There's some
do.
loyal ones. Shout out to the day one.
Fucking the day oneers.
We need a name for the people who listen to the pod.
the Ted
you know?
Jonesers.
Yeah, okay, it's a little generic. But
Yeah, but for now, you guys
Okay.
are the Ted Jonesers. Shoot us some questions. We'd be happy to answer. Ted Jones World on Instagram. Ted Jones World at gmail.com. But Pat, it's very exciting. People telling me they're listening to these episodes. They can hear me chewing. When we had that Chick-fil-A versus Popeyes. But it's getting exciting. So it's
I'm
nice to
excited.
know that we're growing our audience. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, Pat. What the hell is going on? We're gonna start again discussing this dating app that I downloaded again. What the hell is this dating app? It's like, we think you guys should meet. Like, I think you guys should shut up. What are you talking about?
It's an algorithm.
They're telling the girl and telling me before we even say anything to each other that we should meet.
I mean, yeah, they're trying to help you out. They base their algorithm on people who you seem to frequently swipe, whatever the term is, swipe right on.
It wasn't
And
like it was not my interest, or maybe it could
yeah,
be my
that
interest.
too,
But
but I
I
think-
also didn't answer any interest.
Yeah, I think they do interests, what your preferences are when you set it at the beginning, and then who you're frequently liking. They aggregate that information and then give you suggestions based on that.
Right.
It's just like targeted advertising.
We'll see, dude. Maybe I'll get a date from this.
can't wait,
Actually, dude.
honestly.
So I actually, I went on this date a couple weeks ago.
All right.
I went to a very fancy restaurant
Okay.
and spent $162.
Woo!
Wow.
Wow.
I'm not really one to complain about spending money unless something like this happens.
Right.
So I'm on this date. It's terrific. The date is called for 8:30.
Okay.
The person, the girl gets there at 8:40, no problem. Shows up in an Uber, I understand. There's a lot of traffic
Go.
out there, bro. And
She doesn't use public transportation. Let's
and
go.
showing up in an Uber is boosh, as you'd say.
Yeah.
So we shut the restaurant down, bro. We're there
Let's
from
go.
8:40 to 11.
Really?
Yes.
That's good when it's just kind of going. It's going well.
Yeah,
and, like,
yeah,
lose
yeah.
Track
I
of
thought so
time.
too.
It's
Yeah,
fun.
stay tuned.
Okay.
So terrific date, as I thought. We split appetizers. I don't eat anything because I'm freaking nervous as hell. I'm like, the
been a
food
while,
doesn't
man.
look that good. Yeah, right. First,
been a
and
while.
I don't freaking know how to eat
Yeah.
anyway. So
Yeah.
I hadn't been on a date in 3.5 months. Haven't eaten really in front of anyone in 3.5 months as well.
Yeah.
So I'm a little nervous. Whatever. The date ends up back, here in the studio.
In the stew. Yeah.
And it went great.
Okay,
It was fine. It was perfect. There was a kiss
Sparks
or
were
two,
flying,
whatever.
fireworks.
And walked her out downstairs. Walked her to her Uber. Offered to call her an Uber like I offer you sometimes when
Yeah.
you leave here. You never take it.
Right.
But like her,
I'm
she
an
didn't take
independent
it.
woman.
She didn't take it as well. Took her
That's
own
good for
Uber.
her.
Went downstairs. Had a nice little kiss. Goodnight.
Okay.
And dude, when she was leaving, like the kiss turned into like she like walked out, like moved her right shoulder to the right, and we ended up like smashing faces.
Oh.
Like her forehead hit me right in the nose.
That's like cute.
And
though.
I was like, and then like it was a joke. She's like, yeah, I was trying to break your
Oh, you
nose.
told me this.
Haha. She's like, oh, I was trying to break your nose. Ha. I was like, haha. Yeah, like, okay, well,
Good joke.
Obviously, she didn't mean to break my nose,
Banter.
right?
Love it.
Okay, so your boy hits the hay. It was like 11:45 at that time, maybe 12. So a solid amount of time was spent at the apartment hanging out.
Yeah.
And sharing laughs and sharing
Among other
fun
things.
stories. So that was that, and then that was the last time I saw her, man. So I texted her. I could just tell that like the texts weren't flowing that easily.
Yeah. It's the
It was
worst.
like it was 6 hours between messages.
Ugh.
It was like a couple word answers, and then like the telling sign was I had asked her to hang out 2 times, and both of the times she was busy.
Yeah.
So I think once you go past that first time of like her being busy, you know, you're in murky waters. So that second time when she was like, I'm busy, and then, you know, I text her and she texts back 6 hours later, I was just like, all right, you know, like this really isn't worth my time. I've dealt with this hundreds of times in my young career, and I'm just gonna nip it in the bud right here. But it was a weird situation because I thought it went so well, and obviously, dude, I did my horoscope work afterwards, and we freaking linked. We were a good match.
And the stars you should have aligned.
Yeah, the stars
Aligned.
aligned.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do in that situation? Should I have sent her the star horoscope thing? Or, you know, I was telling her about, you know, Ted Jones, the podcast. Maybe
Yeah.
she was a little spooked. Maybe I
By the
put
pod,
too
yeah.
I put too much forth on the first date.
Dude, you
But
never
hey,
know what happens. She could have been.
You know what? Yeah, I can't kick myself in the butt
She
here.
could have been just having fun. You had a good date, and that's kind of where she wanted. That was it. I mean, sometimes that just happens. You know.
Interesting, but you know, I was a little stressed out, thinking like, oh, we had such a good date. Like,
No,
is
I-
this
I
it? Like,
feel
am
the
I
same
dating?
way.
Am I dating her now? Like,
So
shit,
maybe
are we
you
gonna
jumped the
get
shark a little
married?
bit.
Well, I mean, I definitely jumped the gun in terms of like planning my entire life with her afterward. But I one, that's normal. I feel like. Do you feel that way ever? Like you just like you start dreaming about yourself and this woman, whoever
Yeah.
it is, and then you just move
Sometimes.
forward.
I've had that. Like, you ask girls to hang out, and they just come up with like these excuses. It's like, oh, I just did shrooms. I can't hang out. It's
That's
like,
an insane freaking that's an insane excuse. Pat, you cook a lot, so I would imagine that girls find that attractive. True.
yeah, I guess.
Right. So what the heck are you supposed to do with the fats from the food? Like when you
fats?
cook, yeah, and
You
like
toss
there's
them in the
oil,
garbage.
but you put them in
Yeah,
a
you-
cup and
Yeah,
then the
you could
garbage.
save it in a. Well, people put it in a cup just because so they don't have to like keep if they're cooking, then they don't have to keep walking back and forth to the garbage pail. So, but you're not supposed to. You can't put it down the drain because it'll clog your drain. and it'll
Right. I
stink.
knew that, but like what happens to this fat?
It
It just ends up.
solidifies.
Okay, so it solidifies
Right.
in the trash,
Yeah.
and then it's not that big of a deal.
Right.
Interesting. I've always
You been
wondered like
cooking?
how to mess with that. No, I was watching the show where they had a lot of grease on
course not. Of course it wasn't
the
cooking.
pan. No, I'm a big ordering guy. Just
Yeah.
because, like, especially since I'm like trying to eat more vegan. Like, what the hell am I gonna cook that's vegan? I mean, I guess
That's
like
the thing, like,
broccoli or something.
That's the thing. Like, I wanted to cook. I tried the vegan thing for a little while, and it's just like you have to cook so much food. You have
Right.
to eat so much food. Like, I'm not a small guy. Like, it takes me a lot of food to like.
yeah,
feel
you're a
full.
big boy.
So like, it doesn't. It like I need a lot of food, and it's just like getting the calories from all those. You need a ton of vegetables, and you have to eat a lot of carbs. Whereas like meat, you just get the calories from, and it's like they're very calorically dense. Not to go on a little
Right.
tangent here, but
So on to les pop culture. Why don't you? Kanye West. So he went to prison this past weekend. Did you see that? Kanye West held like a Sunday service in a prison.
I saw it.
Honestly,
I saw it.
amazing.
It looked cool. It looked really cool.
It's crazy that the guy's just doing such conflicting shit. Like he's doing such cool stuff for the people of the world, I guess. And so is his wife, Kim Kardashian, hopefully exonerating this guy who was sentenced to death row in 1996. Apparently, this guy did not commit the crime, and he will hopefully go free. But just like giving themselves such a big name in pop culture and really doing a lot for the prison reform movement. So props to Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. That is chill. So
Good for him.
you are a big Kanye West fan.
I've been
still?
liking the yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I think the album gets better. I've been listening to it a lot. It just gets better as you listen to it.
Yandi.
No. Well, it's supposed to be Yandi.
Yeah, what is it called now? No,
Jick.
Jesus is King.
Yeah.
Jick, nice. And he was with Joel Osteen this past weekend. You see
Yeah.
him, the big,
Oh, yeah, I
big
heard of it.
reverend
That's
dude.
wild.
So this guy Joel Osteen has like a super mega service. It's like a Methodist church in Texas,
Yeah.
and has like 50,000 people come to his service every single week.
Two charlatans profiting off of
What's a
the-
what?
the God charlatans.
What's is that? What he is?
Well, no, that's what I say he is. A
Okay.
charlatan is like someone who like a fake person who offers promises and has a facade of that they're doing something good or have something to offer you that is good, but they're really just kind of bullshit.
They're kind of just taking in mills.
Yeah, Joel Osteen's like a multi-millionaire.
Right. Likely is. So, speaking on jail, I suppose Kodak Black, bro, sentenced to jail for 3 years and 10 months.
Saw that.
This guy also is waiting on another gun charge that he had. You know what the judge had said about him? He's like, the thing is, like, young people do dumb stuff, but the thing is, you've been doing dumb stuff since you were 15.
Yeah.
And I guess that was well said by that judge, but I'm going to miss Kodak, man. He's honestly a
me
great
too, man.
rapper.
Really
And
miss him.
even though he has been doing a lot of crazy, irresponsible shit, he's got a nice little flow. So I look forward to hearing from him, I suppose, in 2020.
I'm sure he'll write a couple albums.
Yeah, he'll
while he's locked up.
definitely get a
Drop
few albums in
bars.
there. But like, it's just it's wild, man. Because like his everyday life, you know, up until being famous, you know, he was in the streets, so he had to defend himself, and like, you know, having a gun was a huge issue, just especially when you get in trouble for having one. It's not good, dude. I feel like in every season, like the people of New York have something to complain about. They're like, oh, winter, it's too cold. Like. Summer too hot, spring the allergies, fall it's too nippy.
I mean, it is.
Yeah, exactly. Pat being one of those New Yorkers who complains about the weather. No, you don't complain that much, man. You are a stand-up guy.
I love life.
Pat, so was scrolling IG the other day, as I do, looking for funny memes to send to you that you respond to half of.
I send about 12 a day.
So yeah,
just know that I'm looking and giggling. To
Okay,
myself.
fine. That's all I needed to friggin' hear. Okay, so Pat, Instagram, remove the likes. How do you feel about that? Do you care?
So I think it's a good move socially. I think it's a socially responsible thing to do. But what I've heard is that what I've been hearing is that Instagram's actually doing it as a business move and kind of camouflaging it as this act of social responsibility.
Right.
So like basically creators and influencers on Instagram are getting all the ads on this platform or getting all the ad revenue on the platform, and Instagram is getting none of it. So what they're saying is they take away likes. It's harder for companies to gauge figure out the engagement that these independent people, influencers on the platform are getting.
They can't tell likes or
Right,
views.
exactly. So basically they're hoping that revenue eventually comes straight to Instagram, because you would have to go to the source, because there's no way of kind of seeing who is being successful on Instagram.
Wow, you were ready for that one, huh? On top of that,
I read about it the other day.
But interesting move. But I mean, definitely makes sense. And also, like, you know, when somebody comes out with a huge move like this, like Instagram is saying, like they're all fully for social reform, like chances are, you know, it benefits them.
Oh,
in
for sure.
some way.
I mean, I think it's a really good. I think people are like, I think mental health and kids growing up with phones in their hands and seeing other people's lives, and like imagine going to school and like, I mean, being a kid is already tough, like going into middle school and having to deal with like bullying when there was no phones.
Oh my God! Imagine dealing with likes, bro.
Imagine like the cool kid, this like douchey kid who has like a bunch of likes.
Who's good looking.
Yeah, and you're the kid who doesn't have any likes. It's just
good.
Another thing for people to measure your worth by.
Oh my God, you're so right, bro. I didn't even fully think about that, but between smoking mango jewels in the bathroom and freaking only getting 12 likes on my picture, like, middle school is tough these days, bro. I remember I used to get like 68s on math tests. That's only that's the cherry on top of the tough school Sunday, the tough middle school Sunday. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I think social media in general is generally it improves our lives. The internet and technology in general improves our lives, but you know, obviously there comes with some downsides.
Yeah, definitely. A cool little stat. Let's throw in a quick little fun fact here. Sure, go ahead, Ted. Thanks, Ted. 1,000,000 seconds is 12 days. 1,000,000,000 seconds is 31 years. 1,000,000,000,000 seconds is 31,688 years. So that's a world of difference between, you know, a million, a billion, and a trillion.
Yeah,
pal.
I've heard that stat before.
So, you know, when
crazy.
you and I get to $1 trillion, we're gonna be 31,000 years on top of them. You know what I'm saying?
Trillion listeners.
Yeah, exactly. Or a trillion listeners,
You know what,
or both.
You know something I heard today?
What?
Or that I realized today that like made me. It just sounds crazy.
Did it give you a little smile on your face?
You know when we were born?
1991.
So we were born in the 1900s.
Oh,
Isn't that crazy?
That's interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was born in the 1900s. It sounds so
right.
wrong.
That's wild.
Isn't
But
that
like,
crazy?
when are we gonna start saying that? Do you think? Like by the
Yeah,
time we
no,
hit
like
50?
we don't say it yet, but like
Yeah.
it'll take a while before we start referring
Yeah.
to the 1900s.
Right,
as
right.
like
I'd say like by the time we hit 50, we'll be like, oh, those 1900s.
1900s. And
We're eating vegan burgers.
you know when people say like the early 2000s?
Yeah.
They're referring to like what, like 2000 to like 2005, 6,
Yeah.
7.
Yeah,
But that's
now
not that early.
It'll expand
Right? Yeah,
as
exactly.
the time goes
when
on.
do we? What do
like
we?
early 1900s is easy 1920 and before.
Right. So like when it's the year 3000, what's going to be the early 2000s?
Oh, right now might be the early 2000s.
That's what I'm
then,
saying.
Theoretically.
Yeah. I guess they're not counting teens as early. Like
Right now.
I don't know. Right now, yeah.
Because
It's just crazy to think about that.
2019. Interesting.
Wow.
So
time is so wild, dude.
Pat, why don't we get our weekly segment sound notification set up?
I don't have it set up.
You
so-
don't have it. Okay,
Oh, bad
so
producer.
Pat, why don't you give me a manual drum roll, please, for this week's segment of Don't Do That. Okay, man. Been hitting the gym a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get my fitness game up. It's also fun to go to the gym, I think.
Looking svelte, dude.
So I was looking down at my hands, and I gotta stop biting my nails, bro. Don't do that. Don't bite your nails. You're biting your freaking cuticles, Ted Jones. It's not like a little cute bite. You got a hang nail. You're messing everything up down there. I typically will look down. On occasion, I'll look down and I'll just have bloody fingers, man.
Really?
Or somebody will just announce
bite
to
my
me
nails,
that
but I don't
I'm
ever have that.
bleeding. Yeah, it's disgusting.
But the thing is, like when you cut your nails with the clipper, it
yeah.
looks so unnatural.
Totally.
Whereas if you bite it, you kind of comes off a little more naturally, so it doesn't look all stubby and weird.
Yeah, I was actually picking and clamping my toenails earlier, the other day, and like that I can do, but
yeah, toenails are fine.
but just biting the nails, it just seems like a necessity. I need to chill. I need to stop doing
I need
that.
to stop doing it too, because like I can tell, like I'm like a healthy guy. I don't get sick very often, but I can tell like if I'm biting my nails too much, like it's gross. I'll get sick because
Right.
like
Oh,
you're
yeah.
You're
Like
out
I'll
in
get
the fucking open,
bro,
and then
or
you're
I'll
biting
get
your
like
nails.
cold
Ugh.
sores in my mouth.
Ugh.
Oh, you disgusting boy.
Yeah, it's really gross. If
Yeah,
you think about
it's
it.
really not good. So, Ted Jones got a second radiator in the apartment, so now it's nice and toasty
It's a
in
fresh
here.
3,000 degrees when I walked in here.
Pat, so in the middle of that, don't do that. We had a little bit of a breather when I announced that it's hot as bulls in here.
It
So,
is.
Pat, why don't you give us your don't do that, please?
Yeah, so my don't do that is people, and specifically guys. Sorry, it's a double standard. Get over it. Like
You love giving
wearing-
specific to boys. Well, you
Have I?
boys better listen up because he's got good advice. Good
I feel
voice.
like I can't talk about. I'll get in trouble if I whatever.
You talk about gills. Don't worry, man. We're equality's everything over here.
Got people, or I guess people in general,
Sure.
wearing compression pants that are designed to be worn under shorts or pants, just as their pants to the gym.
You mean just like no underwear under the compression pants?
They're
and
just
like
wearing.
wang
They're
hanging
just
out.
wearing compression pants, nothing
Men
over
or
it.
girls.
Yeah,
Men
more
or
like guy
women?
because you like your bulge is fresh, like just
Yeah.
out there for the world
Yeah,
to see. You can
right.
see like girls wear tight pants, but they're designed to wear as pants. With the guys, they're wearing compression pants, and there's seams around,
The midsection.
exactly. So it looks like underwear.
Right.
It looks ridiculous. Like put pants on. I don't get that.
Do you think that women are able to pull off this look just because they don't have like the twig and berries in the middle, and they're
Yes.
just able to
And
flush it out?
and because women's pants are designed to be like that, like women's pants are like they wear whatever they call them, like the yoga pants or whatever.
Spanx.
Yeah, like they're designed to be like that. Whereas
Right.
guys, Or
Yeah,
I mean, I
guys
guess do
aren't-
whatever you want, but
right.
like, come on.
No. Don't do whatever you want.
Yeah, that's right. That's the name of the
Yeah,
segment.
God
Don't do
damn
that.
it. Okay, we have a question here from Tom from Little Falls, New Jersey. Tom, what's up, man? Tom asks here, Ted and Pat, who are your favorite pop artists and why?
Ooh,
Interesting question. I can go first if you'd
that's
like.
tough. Would need a second to
You want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think I'm just gonna go classic here, and I'm gonna say Biebs, Justin Bieber, man.
Yeah.
The guy has been so great for so long. I never ever was jealous of him. You know, like I feel like guys, maybe like 10 or so years ago
Would make fun of him.
Yeah, dude. You know, make fun of him. Like, oh, he's such a little fembot. Like, oh, he's such a dork. Whatever. Like, dude, this guy has been putting out hits. He's been nothing but cool for a very long time. And I appreciate him, man. And his little relationship with Haley Baldwin. It's a beautiful marriage, bro. Justin always has a lot on his plate. You know, it's got to be tough
He's
living
gone through
like
some
that,
stuff,
bro.
you know?
Yeah, definitely found Jesus, as they would
just
say.
Like, yay.
Yeah, just like Kanye. But my favorite pop star, Tom, gotta be your boy Justin Bieber, bro.
Yeah.
I'm trying
But
to
he
think.
hasn't put anything out.
I
lately.
know, but I'm trying to think if there's like even a close second that I can, put them in the mix.
Yeah.
While Bieber is not really putting out too much right now.
Yeah.
In terms of like pop, I would like to, put forth a Frank Ocean vote, but he's
I was
not
gonna
pop,
say
right?
I was thinking about Frank Ocean, but he's he's like alternative
He's
R&B.
R&B. Yeah, Frank Ocean, great artist. Yeah, man, I'm gonna have to say J Biebs. Drake is great, but
yeah.
it's
So
just
are we
J.
saying
Biebs.
because like is Drake pop or is he hip hop?
Yeah, I'd say he's hip hop.
It's
but
like
it's kind
very
of the
popular.
same thing.
Yeah, it's
kind of
across-
popular.
Hip hop has become like the most mainstream genre.
So
of
Pat,
music.
what are you gonna say to your boy Tom over there in Little Falls, New Jersey?
Dude, there's
Who
this-
is your favorite pop
I
artist?
don't know. I don't want to steal yours, but probably Bieber.
Uh-huh.
I love Bieber.
Right.
I'm a believer for sure.
Do you have a second guy just so we can keep it spicy?
I don't know. Shawn Mendes is pretty good.
Shawn Mendes is good,
He
bro.
slaps, for sure.
The guy slaps.
Yeah.
Slaps in terms of vocals. No other way. We're putting that. But
like
he had a lot of hits this summer, huh?
yeah, that new song
Senorita.
without you.
How's that go? Doubt myself 'cause I'm about
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
Can't help.
That slaps for sure.
Yeah, that's
It's
fresh.
a bop.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of any like
You know who's good? Oh, Billie Eilish.
I was gonna say I knew you were gonna say that.
but take a but it's it, I'm
I'm trying to think of who other like female artists that are really
your girl Avril Lavigne.
Avril Lavigne.
What's going on with Taylor
Classic.
Swift, bro? She's still
I don't
dealing
know.
with Scooter Braun and like these the masters for her music.
I don't know, dude.
A lot of crap is going on. I'm
She's
not
so,
really
like-
sure. Taylor, give us a call.
She's annoying.
Chop it up with us. We want to know the details. Why are you mad at your former manager, Scooter Braun, who is actually the manager of Justin Bieber? And Justin Bieber has been backing up Scooter Braun and been like, Taylor, you don't have the rights to these songs anymore, so just give it up. So, Pat, I guess we answered our friend Tom from Little Falls, New Jersey's question. It's Bieber, bro. It's freaking Bieber. You better believe it. That was a fun little question. Great little
was very
segment there,
fun.
Tom. Thank you again. We will open any questions here on the
Yeah.
Ted Jones World podcast. Instagram, Ted Jones World, and email tedjonesworld@gmail.com.
You can DM me too.
That's
if you want.
terrific. You could DM
If you're
Pat.
too
Pat, why
nervous-
don't you plug yourself?
If you're too nervous to talk to Ted Jones, which
yeah,
I mean,
just talk
DM me
to our sidekick over here,
Pat-
Patty Charmel.
Pat M Charmel on Instagram,
Beautiful.
Pat C Mel on Twitter. Yeah, I still rock Twitter.
So, Pat, you have anything exciting planned for the week, bro? Or
the week?
pretty standard time? Yeah.
Standard week, almost Thanksgiving.
Yes. Oh, it is almost Thanksgiving.
You mess with
So,
Thanksgiving?
I do. This time I don't think I'm gonna eat any turkey.
Oh yeah.
I
What are
thought.
you gonna do?
I'm just gonna eat everything else besides the turkey.
Yeah.
I've eaten turkey from Subway in the past, of course, the Subway sandwich restaurant, and I just
Yeah.
always feel very sleepy after I eat turkey. And I know that
It's the
turkey in
tryptophan,
general,
dude.
Oh, is that's what makes you
Yeah,
tired?
people
when
just
you
say that
eat-
when they
you
drink
eat
like
it?
8 glasses of water or 8 glasses of wine. And like this turkey is really making me sleepy. It's like, no,
When
you
they're
just
drinking
had
red wine.
6
This
glasses of
turkey's
Chardonnay.
making me sleepy.
Yeah, whatever. Stuffing's the best anyway.
Yeah, bro. It
But
is.
I think that's
The
made with
sweet
some of them are made with
The
meat.
yams are sweet potatoes, right?
Yeah, they're technically different, but they're basically the
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah. What's the difference?
I don't know.
Who
They're basically
knows?
the same.
We're not chefs, except for you're a chef. So Colin Kaepernick. Let's talk about him for a second.
Yeah.
He was scheduled to have a workout in front of 25 NFL teams, and he decided that instead of having it in Atlanta in the Superdome, he had it at a high school. And people were a little bit freaking out about this because Jay-Z, I guess, had initially set up this showcase.
Yeah.
And Colin Kaepernick at the last second just flipped the switch and was like, all right, if all you NFL teams really give a shit about me, you're going to come to this high school, which only 8 teams actually made it to. Jay-Z had said that he was pissed, or he's telling his inner circle that he was disappointed in Kaepernick after 3 freaking years of not being involved in the league.
Well,
Finally gets a chance, and now he's just pulling everyone's strings.
Well, there's a lot of conspiracy on whether. I mean, there's this whole conspiracy that Goodell blackballed Kaepernick from the NFL.
Well, just in general,
That
or has
he's-
the past 3 years?
Blackballed him
Yes.
from like he was, persona non grata in the NFL. Like
100%.
you cannot, you like basically told owners like you can't.
Right.
You can't.
And also
sign this
owners,
guy.
owners
But-
still didn't want to pick up that problem either.
But then you have Stephen A. Smith saying Stephen A. Smith's kind of a puppet for the NFL, but he's saying that it's conspiracy that he doesn't actually want to play. He did this whole thing to just
Was
make
like
noise about
propaganda.
himself. Yeah,
Right.
exactly. But I don't know. It's like apparently they told him like a day in advance or like a week less than a week in advance that they were going to have this showcase, so he didn't have a lot of time to prepare. So they're like basically, and I didn't know they had is that how it works for a free agent? Like, don't teams sponsor like combines and tryouts for their?
the
Why is the
thing
NFL sponsoring? I don't know that whole part.
I think in this circumstance, so many teams, wanted to be involved in the actual frenzy, media frenzy,
so
that
they just set
they
it up
put it in
themselves.
a neutral location. But usually, teams will specifically call players and then
right.
they'll come to the practice facility or whatever it is. But in this case, everyone freaking wants Kaepernick.
And what's Jay-Z's actual a title? What is he affiliation with the NFL now?
That I don't know, but he's definitely involved.
Yeah, I know that.
And I think it's just only going to continue to get better when you have a guy like Jay-Z involved. And also, dude, Jay-Z had this foundation. It's called the Sean Carter Foundation, and he had a big gala on November 15th. And he sent out VIP Rolexes
Oh, I saw that.
to 40 of his guests, and
Yeah.
they were $40,000 each.
Yeah.
Fresh 1.2 mil.
He's a fresh.
It's
billionaire,
not
so-
bad. But that looked fun. So shoot over that rose gold Rolex when you get a chance, Jay.
Yeah, I'll take a solid gold sub, please.
So
Black dial.
this was very fun, Pat. We chopped it up a bunch. I guess I'm looking forward to any dates I may go on in the future on one of these little apps or in person. Hopefully, I meet some nice people because I meet great people every day, Pat.
Maybe we can go on a little double date.
That would be terrific.
That'd be cute.
That would be fun.
Multifamily
So what time are we at?
Winning multifamily millions.
What are we at?
Property management for dummies.
What are we at? No, you said 29 before.
39.
Okay.
Should probably wrap it up.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'll give it a last All right, to wrap up this episode 13 of the podcast. First of all, thanks for listening, right, Pat?
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning
Thanks
in.
for the
Thanks for
support.
watching. Let's talk about the medical industry for a second. Why don't we know how much anything costs? I'll go to the doctor and I'll just randomly get a bill for $650. Why didn't I know that it was going to cost $650 when I walked in? If I went in there, I would have taken the cheaper version of whatever service that was, not the $650 service. So
Yeah, that's a good
we
question. I
really
don't know
need
that.
we really need to line this up and make healthcare like ordering a freaking Beyond Burger. You know what I'm saying?
It's
You
just
gotta
laid
know
out there for you. You have a menu when you walk in.
Yeah, you know it's healthy, you know it's good for you, and you know how much you're gonna be paying because it's ridiculous, bro. Like no joke, I've spent thousands of dollars in the past couple of years since I've been on my own healthcare plan since I turned 26. But it's just crazy. You don't know what the price is for anything, and you just get hit with it a couple months later in the mail.
One thing you have to do is you got to look at your insurance card. So like I went to the dermatologist a couple years ago, and it said right on my insurance card that a visit to a specialist, which is like a dermatologist would be a specialist, not a general practitioner or a general care provider. It says the copay is $30.
Right.
So it's gonna be a flat $30. And while I was there was like a little mark on my back, and I was like, can you look at that? Does it look normal? Blah blah blah. She was like, yeah, it looks normal. I can take it off for you right now if you want. If you're like worried about it, we can send it to the lab to get tested. I was like, sure. And from what I've heard, places like all doctors are. They're basically their business model is volume, not
right.
volume.
100%.
So like,
was that like a walk-in clinic or
no.
What kind of?
It was New York Dermatology Group. So basically, they're trying to get as many people in as possible and do as many procedures on them as possible, whether they need it or not. And that's obviously a whole other issue about the healthcare industry. But you got to ask. So I went in before they did it. I was like, before you take this off, like, is this covered by my insurance? And she said, yeah. So I let her do it. But you got to just ask,
right?
Because they're not going to tell you because they want to make money.
Yeah, it's just
which is a little unethical.
Yeah,
but
dude, it's crazy. You know, like especially with like just older. The older you are, the more you go to the doctor, obviously. And these old people don't fucking know that they're racking up hundreds of dollars, and then they get bills for thousands of dollars, and then they lose their house. Ugh,
I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure if the doctor knows. I guess they do. If you ask, like you can ask if it's covered by insurance, and they'll say yes or no. But I'm not even sure that if you ask, they'll even give you a specific price. I don't even know if they know right then and there what a certain procedure costs. I'm not sure. I don't really know.
Wild. So like while I understand your boy Bernie Sanders wants to give free healthcare for all, I would just like to know what the price is.
Yeah.
But that's definitely a huge issue. Like I don't know how that's just become okay in society where like literally you don't know the price for anything, or you could be paying $900 for a week's supply of insulin to keep yourself alive from diabetes. Yeah, all right, guys. Well, we got super serious on the end there here on episode 13 of Ted Jones World. But thank you so much for tuning in. We'll leave you with a little bit of an inspirational thing that Pat and I like to live our daily lives by. We've mentioned this quote in a previous episode, but Pat, every morning when we wake up and every morning when the listeners and viewers who are paying attention to this podcast get up, I think that they should focus on one thing, and that's being the best you can be on that day, man. Charging and taking control of the day. Don't react, take control, man. Make that first move. Don't have the first move be made on you, because it's like in tennis or in baseball. Don't let the ball play you, play the ball. There's a grounder to shortstop. Play that ball. Don't let the ball play you.
When you wake up in the morning,
you got a big
start the day.
You got a big forehand waiting there right next to the net.
Oh, we're getting
play that ball. Metaphors. Don't let that ball play you. Attack the day.
We got metaphors in this pod. Wake up. Don't go right on your phone when you wake up.
Yeah,
wake up. Go have a glass of water. Maybe have some fruit or something. Get your day started.
Have some water. Stay hydrated.
Yeah, exactly.
That was terrific.
Do a little stretch. Get your day started without social media. Get up. Kill the day. GBE. Get better every day. Attack. We're in this.
Attack.
Everyone, I love you all.
Attack.
You're all going to have a great week.
Nice.
You're going to be successful.
Yep. Keep going, Pat. Have a great week, and you guys are going to be successful. Episode 13, Ted Jones World. Tune in next week to episode 14. It's going to be fun. Later.